next 10 years, solar and wind alone will cover more than 80% of the global electricity demand. This is a very, very good news for all of us. My very hope is to see further cost reduction, especially in offshore wind. The way we saw in the last 10 years the cost reduction in solar, I think we will see similar, if not steeper, cost reduction in offshore wind across the world, but maybe and hopefully starting with Europe.
We in Europe are yet to leave the recession behind us. However, it is good news for wind energy that we in Europe are cushioning the economic impact of the pandemic with large investments, including in climate mitigation technologies. Most importantly, we have agreed at European level to put the Green Deal at the center of the COVID-19 recovery package. Last week, the European Commission published its offshore renewable energy strategy to make this happen. Under the strategy, 300 gigawatts of offshore wind energy will be required to meet the EU energy and climate targets for 2050. In Germany, we have reformed our Offshore Wind Energy Act and increased our target for 2030 to 20 gigawatts. For the first time, we have also defined a target for 2040, which is 40 gigawatts. In other words, we in Germany have already put in place a reliable and ambitious path of expansion. In doing this, we also want to ensure that Germany remains one of the leading markets for offshore wind energy.
Today, like other countries, the United Kingdom is facing really critical choices on how we can help our economy recover from COVID-19. And also, we are placing offshore wind really at the heart and the center of our decision and our plans to build back greener. Only a couple of weeks ago, the Prime Minister underlined the role of offshore wind in helping us meet net zero and, in fact, in rebuilding the United Kingdom economy.
We have only this weekend, we have finalized the last offshore wind farm in the North Sea, Seamate. And as you said, we have now a very huge offshore wind capacity at our side of the North Sea. It will be 2.2 gigawatt offshore wind of energy in the Belgian part of the North Sea, and that means like 8 terawatt hours clean, safe and climate friendly power.
We set ourselves a target for renewable electricity of 40% of production by 2020, and we're going to meet it this year. It's probably one of the leading countries in the world in how you integrate such amount of variable power in an isolated, synchronized grid. We're setting ourselves now a target of 70% renewable electricity generation by 2030, and I think we can do that and learn a lot from doing it.
The Commission estimates that by 2050 we will need at least 20 times more offshore wind than we have today. That is about 300 gigawatts in total. That means that we have to expand our offshore wind capacity in the North Sea, the Baltic Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, the Mediterranean and the Black Sea. But that's not all. We need a completely new approach to renewable energy in Europe. An approach based on more collaboration. By 2030, Denmark will establish the world's first offshore energy hubs, one in the North Sea and one in the Baltic Sea, with a total capacity of 5 gigawatts, a capacity that can be expanded to 12 gigawatts. The energy hubs can connect to Danish or other European shores and potentially to other energy hubs established by other countries. This is a fundamental shift of paradigm in the way we build offshore wind.